What if Naruto was neglected and gave up on his first dream? Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, and welcome back to my channel. That is the title of today's short movie. Now, before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And it is, as usual, an unscripted short movie as well. And follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. Look, this may be or may not be the last day of you hearing this crappy audio. I might get a mic tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, but within these 2 days I will be able to get the new mic. Hopefully it will be much better because I tested it out, and obviously in my opinion it was better audio than this, clear audio than this, which you guys might enjoy as well, and I as well, because to be honest it is kind of sad to record audio in this. Anyways, moving onwards, if you have any more suggestions, recommendations, or ideas, leave them in the comment section down below. And if I like them, I will pick up them and make a story out of them. Enough said, without any further ado, enough yip-yapping, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins on the night of the Kyubi attack, in which we see debris of rubble everywhere and the screams and cries of children filling the streets of Konoha in the nighttime. It was a peaceful night a few hours ago. That was until the Kyubi no Yoko was released, with a sudden explosion being heard throughout the village. Nobody knew where it happened or how it happened, but the biggest and the strongest Biju was released upon them without any reason or cause, and now they were scrambling to try their best to stop it before it invades their home and destroys everything in its sight, because it was screeching like a mindless beast and walking towards the village. While the civilians were being evacuated to the safety, the shinobis, under the leadership of the retired veteran third Hokage, took to the battlefield. As he led the shinobis in order to stop the Biju, and was failing miserably. No matter what they tried, what sort of tactics they used, it was the strongest Biju they were fighting against, not an army of shinobis that they could stop head on. We're losing men, Hokage-sama. We can't hold on, said one of the shinobis. I know, but we have to do what we can before Minato-sama gets here. And at that moment, a shadow loomed over them, and a huge toad emerged, headbutting the Biju. Why don't you pick someone of your own size? Minato, I won't be able to buy you much time. Do what you must, but do it fast, said the toad as he unsheathed his blade and was now evening the odds, or trying his best to do so. Seeing this, the shinobis had a sigh of relief, but not for long, because the toad was being pushed back and pushed back hard. While on the other side, Hiruzen, who was witnessing this, noticed that Minato was not alone. He had Kushina with him. She looked pale, but she was there, and they were carrying infant children. Seeing this, Hiruzen was horrified as he arrived towards them. Take the charge. I'll be back as soon as I can. I'm going to help out Minato. Hi, Hokage-sama, said one of the men as Hiruzen arrived. As soon as he did, he looked towards Minato and Kushina. What are you both doing with the kids here? Don't you know that there is a strong Biju out there that we're currently fighting? We know. We're just preparing them to be the new Jinchurikis. And how are you gonna do that? It's only one Biju. We only need one. No. It will be dangerous to keep the whole Biju in one infant child. We have already been aware of what happened to the Suna's Jinchuriki. No. We're gonna split it into 3 parts. Weaken it to the point that it can never, ever grow back unless we want to. How are you gonna do that? With the help of Jiraiya-sensei and Kushina and I, we have been able to craft a seal. Same based on the pentagram seal, it only has 3 more pentagram seals added to it as a precautionary measure. There's the pentagram seals, but 3 times the power. Yes. Hopefully this will be able to stop the Biju. Hopefully, yes. And how are you going to split it? Leave that to me. I'm gonna use the sacred Uzumaki adamantium chains technique. It is quite dangerous, but if I be able to land it, it will be great. So you're just running on hope. You haven't tested these techniques, and you can die. which means that if it doesn't work and you die, the village will not be able to survive, Minato. Kushina. Yes, it's only over one shot. And so, Kushina was able to successfully execute the technique, and using her adamantium chains, he was able to redirect the chakra into the two children and the soul into the third, as Minato was able to seal them separately all together. As now we see Kushina collapse as Minato dashed towards his side. Kushina, I need a medic here, fast, said Minato, as a few medics rushed towards his side. As soon as they arrived, they took Kushina to the hospital. Minato himself wasn't looking any great. He was panting and a little bit pale. How did this happen, Minato? Well, the people were celebrating Hiruzen yelled orders at them. Now it's not the time for celebration. There are many people out there who are in need of our help. Let some of you stay behind to pick up those who have died. We will arrange a funeral for them later. As they nodded and agreed to the orders and left. Now, Minato, you and I must talk. Yeah, but not here. Kashi? Hi, Sensei. As an envoy arrived behind Minato, take care of them and bring them to Kushina. Please? I will, Sensei. And so, summoning two clones, each carrying one infant child, Kakashi left. Once inside the Hokage office, after 20 minutes of time, we see that Minato settled down on his desk with a slump on his chair and brought out a bottle of water and drank some water. You want some, Hiruzen-sama? As much as I want to now. I want to know how did this happen. You said that everything would be under control, and there was an explosion. People say they heard it. Yeah, there was an explosion. It was a masked person, claiming to be Madara Uchiha or whatnot. What? That's impossible. Yes, I said the same thing. But he somehow was able to steal one of our children, Naruto, from our own hands and pointed a kunai to his neck. What about Biwaku and the others? They weren't there? Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, but I'm so sorry, Hiruzen-sama. They couldn't survive. Ninja wires were placed around the whole place, as if they knew or he knew that we would be there. That's impossible. Yes, that is what I thought, but he was there. So what happened? He and I fought, but he was able to get away with Kushina. And that explosion? The sick bastard placed the explosive tags on my little boy's blanket that covered him, as Minato's fist clenched and clenched tightly. As now we see, Hiruzen then said, "Calm down, Minato. We will find that imposter. And once we do, he will pay. You still think that he is an imposter? What? You're saying that he could be? No. No, Minato, that cannot be possible. It's more than hundreds of years already since the Battle of the Valley of the End. It cannot be. I know, but it's just... If he is, he was able to not only get in, he was able to free the Biju and cast a genjutsu on it. When we all saw the pattern of the Kyubi's eyes, it was not its own eyes, it was, yes, I know, Sharingan, a variant of it known as Mangekyo. Madara had one, and he was the first one to manipulate the Kyubi with it. I am aware of the records of the battle. But even if this is a match, it could be a coincidence. We have to just make sure. As that is when there was a knock on the door. It was one of the council members, Hokage-sama, Hiruzen-sama. The council has gathered and they are requesting your presence immediately for the meeting. Everyone is in fear. They want to know what happened. As both of them nodded towards one another and left. A few hours later, time skip, we go towards the hospital room where we see Hiruzen and Minato arrived after a long walk in silence. Calm down, Minato. The council can get on your nerves when situations are like this, especially the civilian side. I am aware. Not that, it's just they do realize that I'm trying my best to keep everyone safe. It was an unfortunate tragedy that happened, not because of me, but because of someone leaking from within. Now, it wouldn't be me now, would it? I wouldn't leak the own information of my own children's birth. Calm down, Minato. I know. The more you let them get under your skin, the more they will try harder to break you, turn you into their puppet. Right now, you need to focus. Focus on recovery as well as your own family. As Minato looked towards his wife who was resting with the three kids, I'm just glad. As at that moment he noticed something. Wait, what is this? What? As Hiruzen arrived to find that one of the children, the one with blonde hair, his eye color was changing, flashing between blue and red. This can't be right. As Minato began to check the seal as Hiruzen hovered over him. Is everything fine, Minato? I am checking. And after 5 minutes or so, Minato was shocked. I made a mistake. What? What kind of mistake? It's nothing serious, but it's minor mistake. It could be disastrous. I need to call Sensei back. Only he can tell. As now we see, Minato summoned a toad, a messenger one. Minato-san, he summoned me. Hi, I want you to deliver a message to Jiraiya-sama. It's a verbal one, and please tell him that it's urgent. I want him back by next morning. Alright? Is that all? Yes. Now please leave, and hurry. I will. As the toad left, we see Minato look towards his son, whose thin lines on each side of his face as birthmarks were turning into thick whisker marks, and his eyes were now red instead of blue that they were once. Everything is fine, Minato. Maybe it's all my fault. I caused this to happen. If I would have been careful, this would not have happened. Oh, this is not great. I have to fix this. Calm down, Minato. Can't fix everything, son. You tried your hardest. And the situation as it was, even if it was worse, I had to do my best to protect everyone. I am the damn Hokage, and I couldn't even protect my son. You did more than protect your son, my dear boy. You just don't see it yet. As now we see, the next sunrise arrived, and with that arrived Jiraiya. By the time Kushina was awake and already aware of what has transpired, and she too was not looking pleased, because it was their mistake and their hurriness that caused this to happen in the first place. As after checking, Jiraiya made sure the boy was fine. The boy is fine, and the seal is working fine as well, Minato. You could have checked it yourself. I need someone to make assurance that it was working fine. I know. It's just a little bit of mistake in a kanji writing has caused these changes. It's only apparel changes. His eye color has changed to match the Kyubi and the whisker marks. Maybe in the future he might have like canine-like teeth or even sharp claw-like nails, but that is all. Nothing more than that, hopefully. So you're not even sure yourself? No, I am sure. But what I'm worried about is that you haven't rested, Minato. You need to rest. Because I have something to tell you, but seeing as you are, I will wait for the time being. And only reveal this to you and Kushina when the time is right. Sensei, mind if we have a walk? Hi. As now we see, Minato and Kushina were left to their own devices. It's my fault. It's all my fault, Kushina. If I would have been careful, this would not have happened. Calm down, Minato. He is still our son. We will raise him. Yeah, you're right. That is what both of them thought at the moment. But the guilt was eating them alive. And the worst situation happened a few weeks after, when Kushina was discharged and walking home with the kids. One of the civilians saw the child and screamed, saying that it was the Kyubi's incarnated human skin. And from there onwards the rumor spread. Minato had to go to the council and even address the people in public that it was his son suffering from the seal that was caused by his mistake, but the people were not ready to believe that. Hatred was growing. So much so that two envoys were appointed just to protect that boy. As now we see, Hiruzen and Minato were inside his office as Minato was rubbing his temples. I don't believe it. Why are these people so hateful towards that boy? Don't let the hate get to you, Minato. What? What do you mean by that? Why would I let that get to me? You don't realize it. Sometimes hatred can blind even those who know that it is wrong. When such hatred is in such a mass, that is. And so, what Hiruzen feared came true as 3 years passed as Naruto was now left home on all occasions. If they went out, Naruto was left home. At first they brought takeouts for him. Naruto would eat it in front of him, but then they began to grow distant, as if beginning to believe the rumors that were obnoxious and spreading fast. The only one who treated Naruto kindly was, in the whole damn village, Hiruzen Sarutobi. Even his own siblings, when seen together with him, Kushina would take them away because she was fearful that they too might be hated as the Kyubi's children and whatnot. She still felt guilty for what she has done to Naruto, and so did Minato, but they were falling into a vicious trap that they were soon going to regret without even realizing. As one day, on the fourth birthday, when Naruto was not seen as the celebration was going on, Hiruzen asked, "Where is Naruto?" "Oh, he's at home. He said that he was sick, so he didn't come." That's what he said. "Look, Hiruzen-sama, if you want to speak to Naruto, you can go and speak to him. We'll save some stuff for him and he can eat it tomorrow morning when he's feeling better." And so now we see Hiruzen arrived upstairs where Naruto's room was, which was an attic, separate from even his own siblings. "Oh, hey Gigi, what are you doing here?" said Naruto. "What are you doing here, my boy? That is the question." "It's your birthday, isn't it?" "Yeah, I guess it is." "Happy birthday, Naruto. I brought you a gift." As within that was a necklace. "Huh, what is that crystal?" "It's similar to what Tsunade wears." "You mean Tsunade Sanju-sama?" "Yeah. It was made by her grandmother. She gifted one to me, and I'm gifting one to you." "Really? Is it fine?" "Yes, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?" "Listen, Naruto. If you're worried about anything or have anything to tell me, please do. I'll make sure that I'll talk to your parents. Please don't. I'm already causing much trouble to them. I don't want to be more trouble." "Trust me, son, you're not. If you're not gonna speak to them and open up to them, then who are you going to open up to? They are your parents, my dear boy. They will listen to you." "Yeah, I guess you're right." And so now we see time passed. Naruto didn't come that night, but it continued onwards until 2 more years. Hiruzen was there on each and every birthday, but he noticed that Naruto would always stay behind with an excuse that he wasn't feeling well or whatnot. It got to the point where by the age of 6, Naruto looked thin, as if he was malnourished somewhat. Not dangerously, but a little bit, as if he was not eating well or whatnot. When asked from his parents, they would say, "Oh, he was not feeling well," or, "Well, it's his choice," and whatnot. Hiruzen began to piece things together. Naruto was being neglected, and Minato and Kushina were doing it without even realizing it, or were aware but didn't want to, realize that on their own terms. But the biggest hit came on their 6th birthday. Naruto was brought down by Hiruzen because he was adamant that he wanted the whole family to join together as one, hoping that Minato won't make the mistake that he did. But Fate had other things in mind. Jiraiya was there this time around and he had brought gifts. The summoning stroll and welcoming for both Menma and Mito, who were prodigies in their own right, And not only that, were able to unlock chakra and were now regularly training with their parents, which Naruto was not a part of, by the way. As Raiden said, now I must make an announcement, which is very important not for the sake of Minato and Kushina or Menman Mito, but for the whole elemental nations itself, including Konoha. One of you are to be the child of prophecy. As everyone began to murmur who was there as guests. What do you mean by that, Sensei? Said Minato with a smile. Remember the prophecy that I told you about from the great grand elder Toad Sage who trained himself with the Sage of the Sixth Path? Yeah, I know of that story. Well, turns out it is not a story, my dear boy. It has been confirmed that a child of prophecy is born, and he is born from your lineage, Minato. Congratulations! As claps were heard everywhere, and cheers. It could be either Menma or Mito. As Naruto remained hidden behind Hiruzen, watching everything unfold. That's great then, isn't it? As Kushina nodded. Now, once this is revealed, I was planning to hope that maybe we can all go on a training trip to Mount Miyaboku for a few years. It will be safe there for us to train and make sure that they are grown under watchful training and to reach their full potential. Even Gamamaru-sama himself is interested in training both of them. Jiraiya, a question, said Danzo, who was also there. How are you so sure that it could be either two of these children? From what I have remember, if my memory serves me right, there is a third child, isn't it? So shouldn't that be taken into accountability as well, since he is also the lineage of Minato and Kushina? Oh, him? Yeah, no worries, said Minato. Naruto hasn't been trained or anything, and we are not aiming to train him as well. As Naruto's eyes widened, what? Said Naruto. Oh, hey Naruto. What do you mean you're not gonna train me? You told me that I have to wait until they're done. Well, there has been a change of plans, sons. I've been meaning to tell you, but couldn't have been able to find the time. We're not gonna train you. You see, it will be a disaster if you start to train and unlock your chakra. What if the Kyubi gets released? Look, I get it that I still feel guilty that it is because of my mistake that you're in such a situation, son, but no. Why? It's my dream. I want to become a shinobi, maybe even a Hokage. As Naruto heard snorts and laughs from his own siblings. Listen, son. I don't think that this life is for you, and it would be best if you listen to us, because we know what is best for you. We will leave for a training trip and you will remain here. What? How am I gonna stay in this home? Not in this home, son. You'll be living in an orphanage. As Naruto's eyes widened, as even Hiruzen was shocked. What? Orphanage? Am I being kicked out? No. But to make everyone from the outside of Konoha not target you, we have to do this. It would be best if you lived there for a few years, son. Wait for us until we get back. And once it is done, we will think about your future. Till then, all that now we need to focus on is your siblings and the fate of the elemental nation. But what if I am the child of prophecy? As Menmamito laughed. Oh, please, Naruto, seriously, stop joking around. You not even have started your training yet. How can you be the child of prophecy? As Jiraiya, who was listening into this, was also quite shocked but also aware. Listen, Minato. I think what they are saying is quite valid. Naruto ought to get a chance. I mean, what if he is the child of prophecy? It could be anyone. Oh, come on, Sensei, not you too. I mean, the boy hasn't even learned anything because we didn't taught him anything. Listen, I myself was a struggling kid. If it wasn't for Sensei and his hard work, I would not have been able to become who I am today. I am a legendary son and it worked out great for me. What's stopping Naruto? Hiruzen smiled and was feeling proud of his student. No, Sensei. It is for the best. I've already made a mistake. I don't want to make any more so that could cause more death and pain. One boy's dreams are not worthy, endangering the lives of many, even if that boy is my son. I'm sorry, Naruto. As Naruto looked down, as Menma patted his shoulder. Ah, come on, Naruto, cheer up. Not like it's the end of the world for you. Who knows, maybe you can pick up another skill like carpenter or pottery or something. Yeah, that will help. As Mito began to laugh as well. As Naruto looked down, hiding his tears as Hiruzen arrived. How about the boy stays with me, in my home? Are you sure about that? I don't want to burden you. It's not a burden. Naruto is already like a grandson to me. He will stay by my side until you arrive. And so, now we see. After the party ended, it was already morning time. Naruto was not able to get a wink of sleep. Hiruzen was inside the home and so was Jiraiya, as the family began to pack. Naruto already had packed his stuff in a small duffel bag. The only things that he needed, his clothes, that's all. As he came down, we see that Naruto remained quiet. Now be obedient, son, and listen to whatever Hiruzen-sama says, and don't cause trouble. Naruto only nodded. Good. With that, the family said their goodbyes and left. Naruto remained stood there, still holding in the tears. Hiruzen seeing this then said, It's alright, Naruto. Everything is going to be fine. Is it? Said Naruto. I'm sorry, what? As Naruto took a sigh that was filled with grief and sorrow, and some of the tears fell. Is it? I wanted to make them proud. That is why I wanted to be a shinobi. I wanted to be like my father. That is why I wanted to be a Hokage. Was my dream not worth it? It was, Naruto. It was. Then why is everyone afraid of me? Even if I look a little bit different, can't they tell that it's me? Are they that blind? Yes, Naruto. Some people, even with eyes, are blind because they don't want to see what is in front of them and only want to believe what they think is the truth. But enough about that. How about we head home? Yeah, let's head home, said Naruto. As once arrived, Asuma was back at home, and in the night time while Naruto was resting after becoming quick friends with little Konohamaru, who was just a baby at the time, we see Asuma talking to his father. He brought him here. What are you planning to do, father? I'm trying to stop a child's life from being ruined. Like how you ruined mine? Yes. As Asuma's eyes widened. What? I admit that I have been neglectful towards you, Asuma. And that is something that I to this day regret, son. With every fiber of my body. I chose my duty over you. Overlooking you. I was just trying to stop Minato to make the same mistake, but he did. That boy is in a much darker place than you were, Asuma. But nonetheless, I saw that I needed to save him, and I did, because I saw your younger self in him. As Asuma nodded, it's a good thing that you did. Just don't screw this up, okay? I won't. Trust me, I won't. And so, a week passed as Hiruzen was busy dealing with the duties and adjusting until he found some time for his family and Naruto. It was evening, and after having dinner, both Naruto and Hiruzen went on a stroll for a little bit. So how about if we fulfill that dream of yours, Naruto? What dream? Remember the one you spoke of? The one in which you wanted to become a Hokage and even a shinobi. But I thought that, listen, that dream is yours and only yours to fulfill. No. What? Why? I've given up on it. I only wanted that dream and chased it because I wanted to be something in my parents' eyes. I thought hard for a week and it made me realize that bonds are not made from blood. They're made from trust. Like ours, Didi. Yes, that is true. That is very true, my dear boy. So if not being a shinobi, then what? I don't know. Life is full of surprises, I guess, and a lot of setbacks. I read that once in a book that you read. That is true as well. You're interested in books? Yeah, kind of. Then how about we get you some books to read? Who knows, maybe you yourself might become an inspiring author. Yeah, who knows? As now we go towards Menma and Mito, who have begun training and training hard under the watchful eyes of Kamamoto-sama, who himself claimed and thought that these two could be potentially the child of prophecy. And when told about Naruto by Jiraiya, he was dismissed because Naruto wasn't taught, so there was less a chance of him being the child of prophecy. Jiraiya felt that he was doing Naruto wrong, so he checked up on him every once in a while and informed Minato and Kushina without them even asking. And so, time like this began to pass by. As 6 years have gone by and Naruto has reached at the age of 12, while on the other side, so have Menma and Mito. They have become training prodigies and were close to mastering the Senjutsu chakra. And Minato and Jiraiya, they already have. Even Kushina joined the Toad Summoning Clan and have become a Sage Master. While on the other side, Naruto has found loves and solace in writing books. He has wrote a lot of stories, some sad ones, some happy ones, some funny ones, and was known as a quite well-known author as Naruto, his first name and book cover name. And it was the hottest stuff in the elemental nations. From kids to adults, everyone was reading it, whether it was a shinobi or not. Heck, even the artists such as the puppet master Sasori of the Red Sand, as well as Deidara the Bad Bomber from Iba, were interested and read his novels. Naruto was becoming quite a phenom in that genre, and was very well respected for his young age. All done under the protection of Hiruzen Sarutobi. He was happy that Naruto was able to make a keep for himself and found his passion and his goal and dream once he started to read books just by an accident. As now, we see Naruto has moved out and bought out a single room apartment and was learning skills, survival skills like cooking, cleaning his own clothes and watching after him, and cleaning his home to make sure that it was a place where he would be at peace of mind. He had a huge library as well, filled with books of all sorts. Nothing shinobi related at all. And one more thing. People in Konoha begin to see him in a different light. They begin to realize that this was never a demon. If anything, it was just a poor soul suffering from the consequences of his parents' actions. That is how the people's perspective changed over the last 6 years. Naruto didn't care or minded about them. He was just happy that he was able to enjoy his peaceful place. The only bonds that he had were Konohamaru, who he saw as his little brother, Asuma, who he saw as his big brother, and then there was Hiruzen Sarutobi. In short, the Sarutobi clan became his segregated and real family in all but blood. Naruto has moved on and forgotten about his past. But as they say, past has a habit of catching up to us. 1 year passed. Naruto was about to meet his past soon too, as Hiruzen received a letter that Minato and Kushina would be returning in a month with Menma and Mito. And so they did. And once they arrived, there was a grand welcome. And after that presentation of their skills at fighting against Chunins and whatnot, everyone was there in the stadium. And then they were given the title of low tier Jonins, sent out on missions and whatnot. As a month passed, as they settled in, that was the time they were forced to realize that they had a third child because they almost forgot about him. And Minato sent for Naruto, and Anbu arrived and brought him there. Minato once saw Naruto in his simple clothes. He was surprised. "Hello, son." "Hello, Kage-sama. I see you're being formal, which is good. You should respect the ranks and whatnot. So, how's been life?" "Full of surprises, I guess." "Full of surprises." Huh. Quite a nice answer, to be honest. So, you haven't learned any shinobi skills or something? "No. I gave up on that dream. I found something much more meaningful." "What?" "I became an author." "Oh, an author, you say?" said Jiraiya. "Naruto. It's just my name." "Wait, you're Naruto? The Naruto?" "Impossible," said Mito. "Well, how can not be impossible? I mean, I am who I am. I mean, Hiruzen-sama can confirm it. It is true. Naruto is the one behind that name and the books that he has created." "Well, I certainly am proud of you." "Thanks. Your praise is much appreciated. If that is all, then may I leave?" "Why? What's the rush? You have to go and write another book or something, son? How about you relax with us?" said Kushina. "I'm afraid I can't do that. I have to write my book." "Come on, Naruto. We have gotten back for almost a month. We were adjusting back in, son. I know we were kind of idiots to forget about you, but please, you have to understand that it was, kind of a habit. A habit as usual that you forgot about me. Look, I'm not mad or anything. Neither I am happy or anything. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't care. I have so much more to care for now, think for and worry for in my life than just to waste my time on the past." "Are you not even mad at us?" said Minato. "Menma, why? I mean, you have your own life, I have my own. You have your own dreams, I have my own. You fulfilled yours, I am fulfilling mine. You can't snatch those away from me, and I can't snatch yours from you." As after listening to this wise answer, Naruto turned, bidding them a good evening as left, as Hiruzen felt pride, and so did Jiraiya somewhat, because the boy turned out to be quite level-headed, something that he did not anticipate from Naruto. Well, I must say that the boy is quite something. And so, with that, Minato and Kushina that night begin to realize that Naruto has changed. Or was he always like this, just they never realized? They also begin to notice that people greeted him, the same one that called out that he was a monster and hated him, or even at one point wanted him dead. Because they too realized that he was just a poor boy. As one of the even older ones stopped them and apologized in tears that he was the one who was in the wrong for yelling that bullshit out, and how he was sorry that he was forcing them to separate such a wise and kind boy. Turns out Naruto has not only helped Konoha out, but also other villages with the money he has earned. And with that, he has also earned respect from everyone surrounding him. While this was going on, only the side, deep in the underground tunnels of Amegakure, the rain village, an organization was holding a meeting. They were going to move forward with their plans of capturing each and every one of the Jinchuriki. But one of their targets was none other than the famous artist Naruto, who was the Jinchuriki of the Kyubi soul. Deidara and Sasori didn't like that one bit because they respected art. So much so that they at first went to warn Naruto, infiltrating Konoha and arriving inside his home. So this is how the famous writer and artist lives. Uh, who are you two? I am an artist like you, but I prefer more explosions and fireworks. My name is Deidara, and this is Dasuri. I too like art, but in the forms of puppeteering. Really now? Yes. Can you show me? As Dasuri did show a few of the puppet tricks and Deidara is clay art, which was explosive. Ah, don't touch it, said Deidara. As Naruto was about to touch a clay bird. It is explosive, remember? As after that we see, Naruto then said, this gives me an idea. So we're aspiring ideas now. Hear that, Sasori? About what, if we may ask? I was thinking of a new story. A story about two heroes going out and saving the world. But they lacked character. I think I might have found two. Wait, you're gonna base them on us? Yes, why not? Then you can use our real names, said Deidara. Are you insane, Deidara? If you're okay with this, then maybe I will. I mean, they are kind of nice names. Fitting of a hero, to be honest. Heard that, Sasori? I guess so. Oh, we almost forgot, Deidara. Sasori, we're here for something important. Well, Naruto, as much as we're happy to see you, we have to inform you of a grave threat. The organization we used to work for, they're chasing after the Bijus. Each and every one of them. And we are here to give you this. In this contains their plans and how they're going to infiltrate each and every village. We bid you farewell now and hope to read your new book about us. I can't thank you enough. You don't need to. Just make sure you write an amazing story. Oh, and make sure you don't kill any one of us. I'll make sure of that. It was nice seeing you. And you know what? Maybe you can become legends in your own right as well. Oh, we aim to do that. In artistic way, obviously, said Deidara, as both of them disappeared after giving warnings to Naruto. And once given, Naruto arrived inside the Hokage office and presented this to them. Even Jiraiya was confused because it was indeed an organization in Akatsuki that he was looking into, because they have been snooping around different villages, and if this was their plan, they had to move out and move out fast. They infiltrated with the help of others into Amegakure after forming a peace alliance and took them down before they got to become a bigger threat. Once the Akatsuki were captured and executed, all the threat remained was Orochimaru, who was eyeing Konoha. But him saying that the Akatsuki have failed fall back, because now Konoha was not alone. It had the alliance of the whole elemental nation, and painting a such big target on his back was not worth it, even if it means he could get his revenge fulfilled. So Orochimaru let it be. Minato and Kushina were happy, at the same time sad, because Naruto was getting all the praise, both in real life because of his talent and work, but also because of what he has done to save all the Jinchurikis and win and earn the trust of even the enemies like Kumo and Iwa. They just regretted that it was all without them. Their son has grown and walked his own path, fulfilled his dream, and still became a hero and savior, someone who the child of prophecy was supposed to be. And that is when they realized it was Naruto who was the child of prophecy. They remembered his words when he was a kid and said this to them on his 6th birthday. And now they regretted it, mocking him. As for his siblings, even if they were mature, they were a bit jealous. Their brother was nothing more than a writer, an author, and he was considered a hero. And them busting their ass for 6 years worth of training, and yet they were nobody. Naruto didn't chase his fame. Chased all this glory. He only worked hard on what he loved and achieved fame with it a little bit. Soon, because of that, and because of staying humble, he gained the glory as well that the others seeked. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this short movie of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. And stay tuned for a story there as well. Now, without any further ado, this is where I'm going to be ending the story of, guys, as this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.